Hey everyone, Dan and Leslie back for another Disney dining review.
You notice we are not in our normal studio. We are actually staying at the Contemporary right now for a conference, and we are going to zip on over to Magic Kingdom while we are here and do a review over at Pecos Bill.
Pecos Bill just came out with a brand new menu a couple of weeks ago. We were gonna come a couple of weeks ago to do a dining review, but we realized that we were gonna be staying here for a few days. We're actually going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party tonight, so that's going to be Sunday's video. But we wanted to steal away about an hour of the conference time to go over and record this video to get a feel for what is on this new menu.
I'm pretty excited about it. They have a lot of really interesting options with kind of a create your own type bowl, plate, whatever, but you can choose a base of like a nacho bowl, a Southwest Caesar salad, a rice bowl, or a steamed tamale, and then the toppings on top of that. So you get to pick your protein. They also have a couple of entrees with like a double chili con queso burger or a grilled masa flatbread. The grilled masa flatbread looks really good too. So
we might have to get a couple of things and try some different things. So Pecos Bill used to be one of our absolute favorite quick service restaurants in Magic Kingdom, really on lots of pretty much all of Disney property because of the toppings bar. But ever since COVID, the toppings bar has not come back like it was before. They had unlimited guacamole on that thing. It was amazing. And so it's always kind of been a shell of itself, if you will.
Yes.
Taco shell. But it's never been as good as it was pre-COVID. So I'm really excited to see what they do with this new menu. And I've got my hopes set pretty high for this thing. I love being able to get a quick service Mexican meal, especially nachos.
Yes, so another thing that I've always really loved about Pecos Bill is the value for the money that you spend there. So I'm hoping that these are still nice portion sizes.
All right, well, are you ready to go over to Magic Kingdom for our early dinner pre-Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party dining review?
Yes.
Let's do this. We have arrived, and my, how the toppings bar has fallen. There is still a toppings bar technically over there, but it only has like ketchup. It does have little packets of hot sauce, but basically ketchup, mustard, mayo, that kind of thing. Salt, pepper. They made the food very, very fast. It looks pretty decent. However, $2.50 for this little dinky thing of guacamole is highway robbery. I got the nacho bowl with the chicken, plus the guacamole and queso addition. So it was $3.50 for this little thing, but this is $2.50 you buy it on your own, and it's 2 ounces of guacamole for $2.50, and another couple ounces of queso, although it does come with queso on there, so I didn't need to get that. We also got the masa flatbread, and then Leslie got a tamale.
All right, so I'm not sure if, it doesn't feel like the portion sizes are as shareable as they used to be, but I don't know. I guess that is a pretty decent sized portion. So we got the three things. It came out right at about $40, which is not a bad average, like a value for your meal here at Disney. I'm gonna dig into this tamale and see what this is like. Okay, that's got some good flavors. It's probably not the best tamale I've ever had in my life. Like, it might be just like a little on the, like maybe too soft, if that makes sense. But there's like green chili inside of it that comes with some pinto beans and rice. That's a really nice meal, like a nice dish. I got the one without protein. I could have spent, I think it was like $1.50 more and been able to add a protein, but I decided not to. All right, I'm also very intrigued by this grilled masa bread. So the grilled masa bread is, flatbread is plant-based. It's got pinto beans on it as well. It's got like plant-based pepper jack type cheese, some lettuce and some tomatoes. So I very much like that. It's a little messy to eat. There are tons of toppings on this. I take back what I said. This is very shareable. It's a nice portion size for the price of the meal, so I'm pleased.
Opening my $2.50 guacamole. Not that I'm bitter about that. Let's just try the guacamole. Nope. Nope. The nachos appear to be put together pretty well. So that chip was very crispy, very salty, very good. It looks like you've got the shredded chicken with pico de gallo and then also queso on there. I also did try the masa flatbread and it was quite tasty. I think this is a solid option for nachos in Magic Kingdom. It's not like way better than it was 3 weeks ago, but I think it is better. I think this is definitely an improvement. I'm excited to come back, try some of these other bowls, maybe even that crazy looking burger one of these days. But I'm gonna enjoy this. This is pretty tasty. That chicken, flavorful.
We're gonna dive in and eat to our heart's content, and we'll finish this up back in the room.
All right, we are back.
All right, before we get into this, if you are looking to plan your next magical vacation, please reach out to us over at Fantastical Vacations. We plan Disney destinations, Universal, cruise lines, and all-inclusive resorts.
And those private jet adventures.
Yes.
Get those in today. This was actually, I enjoyed the meal the more I ate it. So after those first 2 bites, when we turned the camera off and really just enjoyed the meal, I actually started liking it more. And as I dug into those nachos specifically, I noticed they had pinto beans in there, and there's lots more queso than it looked like originally. The toppings ratio, we'll talk about food in a minute, but the toppings ratio on those nachos, really good.
I 100% agree with that, but let's start with ambiance. Now, there are loads of tables inside in the air conditioning, and then you also have the option of sitting outside as well. I mean, there are like kind of tables over there by like the sun, there's tables in the shade, there's lots of different rooms. So there's really a lot of options. It was a little loud.
It's loud, yeah.
They kept bringing, you know, things, large metal
carts that banged everywhere, and the background music was a little loud.
Yeah, but other than that, like, and I did feel that I think if we went at a time that there weren't that many people, and so we didn't have a lot of like extra noise of conversations and stuff around us, but I think it would only just increase because there's really not a lot of soft goods to like soak up all of that noise. So all that to say, it was fine. It was not spectacular, so we gave it a 3.5.
Theming, it was good, just solidly on point. So the food is now a Southwest theme with tamales. You can get a burger in there, but also you got the nachos and like the fajita bowl style things, tamales, all that stuff. The restaurant itself didn't change theming at all. It is still that Pecos build, but it's in Frontierland. So originally we had thought that when they redo this restaurant, they may be just retheming it to the Bayou. And so it's gonna be a Tiana's restaurant like they have in Disneyland. But that didn't happen, so maybe in the future they will. I do like this new menu though as kind of like a bridge. I'm not sure it'll stay like this forever because it does still feel tired in there. So while the theming is on point, it is themed very well to the land, to the food, everything kind of flows. It just feels tired. It needs a refresh. And so, you know, good, but not great at all. Like it could definitely use a refurb, some fresh paint, some better lighting in there, something. So we gave theming a 4.
Service. So everyone was very lovely. I mean, we were, you know, welcomed. Everybody was very pleasant. There were several cast members that were kind of standing along the hallway watching as people like finished. They would go and, you know, help clean up their plate or take a tray or whatnot, clean off a table. One of the cast members actually came over to us and asked what we thought of the new menu. And so that was kind of, you know, fun to kind of talk about like the old toppings bar and all of that. But we thought everyone in there was above average. I mean, nothing like crazy over the top because it is still a quick service restaurant, so they can't do a ton for you. But they were really good. So we gave them a 3.5.
Food. The new menu is hands down better than it was 3 weeks ago. I know when I took my first bite, I'm like, it's better, slightly better. It is definitely better for sure. The toppings bar disappearing though, just just like it can't, to me, get really, because I'm still comparing it. They still got the toppings bar there, but all it is like packets of ketchup, hot sauce, mustard, that kind of thing. This toppings bar used to have like shredded cheese and unlimited guacamole and sour cream and pico de gallo and onions and jalapenos. It was phenomenal. You could get nachos and you could load them up and it would just be such a great, it was awesome. So they took that away with COVID. They brought back kind of a mediocre toppings bar before, and now I feel like they could still use a toppings bar. At least give me like some salsa out there. That was one thing I was missing.
Hot sauce.
Definitely, like it can't be that expensive to just put out some salsa, like even salsa cups. Like give me a salsa cup. But anyway, other than that though, I thought the menu was very, very good. Much better.
Yeah, I, like Dan, the more I like dove into my meal and the flavors kind of melded together and everything, it just got better. Like the depth of it I thought was really good. So we gave food a 4. It was really satisfying.
So kind of like that one thing to bring us here for this quick service restaurant is going to be the menu refresh. It is not going to be, so it's a decent value, $40 for 3 full meals, and one of those meals was upgraded with that guacamole and queso, which by the way, tons of toppings on those nachos. You do not need either one with it. Save your $3.50, especially the $2.50 for that dinky little cup of guacamole. That's highway robbery right there, so don't do that. Don't make the mistake I did. But still $40. I mean, we had waters, cups of water. But yeah, I think $40 is a good value. But that menu, it is refreshed. It is pretty tasty. Even just like the queso, it tasted like some thought went into the flavor of the queso. It wasn't just regular like theme park plastic cheese that you like dip corn dog nuggets in.
Yeah, I definitely agree with all of that. Anyway, if you add all of that up and divide it out, that is a 3.75 out of 5. And I mean, we typically say, and I'm sure if you've watched any of our videos, you know that if it's above 4, we'll definitely be back. But quick service, we judge a little bit differently, and with this restaurant, we will for sure be back.
Look, nachos speak to my soul. If you've watched any of our videos previously, you know that nachos are like my spirit animal, so I will definitely be back to get the nachos again. I loved those nachos. They were very, very good. The chicken was great on them. I'm excited to try some of the other proteins that you can put on the nachos as well. But that flatbread was legit. Like it was tasty. Like it was super, super good. So I'd like to have that again as well.
Yes, absolutely. So, all right, well, if you are liking these videos, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.
And we will see you on the next video.